What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here on Matchday. The Premier League is about to kick off today, and we're going to kick it off with potentially a double bomber on the way as well. Eze, Savinho, some news coming out about them. As you can tell by the smile on Mr. Brian Daigle's face and the smile on my face, that it is potentially some good news. Still waiting for the top journalists to come in and speak. But Brian, how are you doing on this fine day?
It's 20 to 8 in the morning here in Toronto. The sun is shining, Spurs are back, and it looks like so are two new additions.
Yeah, let's hope so. So let's get into the news. Starting on Savinho, Jack Gorn of the Daily Mail says that Savinho seems intent on leaving Man City, with Spurs readying a second bid. City are expecting somewhere close to £70 million. But I mean, from my understanding, it should be a third bid. So I'm not sure if he's just got his information wrong or if he can't count. But that's where we're at the moment. And also, Savinho posted this picture up today on social media of him in the gym, looking very injured, with a smiling face and some emojis there, training in the gym all by himself while Man City are in Wolverhampton. So, what's your feelings on this one?
Like we said yesterday, he's looking real injured, isn't he? It's protection at all cost, so they get the money in and go for their other targets. I think there's been a few images kind of like that, hasn't there? Over the week, people have said they've seen him either by himself, whether that's his home gym or at City. But it looks like, with the agent flying in as well, your agent doesn't fly in for any other reason than if something is obviously going on. So this one is looking like it's about to go through. To use one of your words, brother, imminently.
And if it does go through, the prices that they're talking about is going to break our transfer record fee of, what was it, 65 million, I think is before. They're talking about 70 million at this point in time. What do you think of the price, 70 million? Do you think that's a fair price for Savinho?
See, that's the thing. It's Man City obviously don't need to sell unless they want to reinvest. I mean, financially, they're very, very secure. But this is what the big clubs do, don't they? If a player comes in and a big bid comes in that's too good to turn down, they will act on it. And if people are going to pay it, and it looks like we are, and let's face it, we've needed a player like him and the other person we're going to talk about, and it's how much is he deemed value to Spurs? And it looks like very, very much.
Yeah, it's quite unbelievable that we've got a player at Manchester City who's got such a high ceiling and did fairly well in the Premier League last season. What unbelievable ability. And he's sitting there at the 4-time Premier League champions, 4 out of the last 5 years, and he's pushing to join Tottenham. What has the world come to?
Well, mate, we were talking about it yesterday, thinking that it might be held up till after we play Man City. Now it could be his debut. We've had Paulinho come from Bayern to fly back to Bayern to play Bayern, and now it looks like we're going to do the same with Savinho.
Yeah, obviously there still needs to be that agreement with the club, and we don't know how long that's going to take. Is it going to be? Is everything going to be done in time by next weekend? Well, it remains to be seen. But look, things are positive. Things are sounding very positive on the deal, so I'm very happy about that. That's the Savinho situation. Now let's move on to the Eberechi Eze situation, because that seems even further moved along. Sasha Tavaleri says that Eberechi Eze is pushing to join Tottenham. He's agreed personal terms with Spurs and wants to leave Crystal Palace. Eze expected to be left out of the squad against Chelsea this Sunday. Eze wants to leave Crystal Palace, and there's a conflict looming. Palace are already in talks for his replacement. Wait and see. Tom Barkley says that Tottenham transfer target Eberechi Eze is not expected to play in Crystal Palace opener against Chelsea tomorrow. A move to take Eze to Spurs is understood to be looking very close. As far as I understand it, a deal has not been agreed yet, but Spurs are pushing for it. Obviously, a need for a new number 10 after the Maddison injury. And once Nwaneri signed the deal with Arsenal did call their interest. And so a move to the Emirates looks not likely. And David Ornstein as well has been speaking this morning, and he says Crystal Palace have approached Leicester to explore a move for Bilal El Khanous. No bids yet, not guaranteed 21-year-old exits, but Crystal Palace are in contact with Leicester. the Moroccan international is among one of the options if and when Eberechi is sold. No deal so far, but Tottenham are pushing. So first of all, let's talk about him being potentially left out of the squad for Chelsea. Glasner did say in his press conference yesterday that he is going to be in the squad and he is going to be playing. But things move very quickly in football. And if a deal's close for Eze to Spurs, then yeah, I think that he will be left out. And if he is left out, that is a telling sign, isn't it?
Oh, and it's an 100% telling sign, isn't it? It really, really is. I mean, it could be left out the starting lineup. It could be he's on the bench. But if he's completely out, then I think it only means one thing. It means only one thing, that I remember a couple of years ago, Ben, when you and I, Simeon and JC, went and played football golf. I came back to you for a barbecue and we watched Eze's England international debut. And we were having the conversation then, weren't we? Maddison, Eze, which one would we rather? And now it looks like we might have both and won't see them together. Now it looks like we won't have them together. But this is a massive, massive coup. And I think the other one that I've seen, they're also going for Harvey Elliott. So two players who are heavily linked with Spurs. Obviously, the domino effect. This will be a sensational signing. This will be, I think we've had it for now 3 years, where a majority of Spurs fans have had this man at like the top of the pile, haven't they? If you could get one player in, who would it be? This is massive.
It really is. But it's like, I feel like this has been a transfer waiting to happen for the last couple of years. We've all seen everything surrounding him coming to the Tottenham Stadium with Crystal Palace. We've seen the video of a Spurs fan saying to him at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, saying, "Are you joining Tottenham?" And he just gives up and looks a cheeky grin. And then it kind of like slapped us of six when it seemed as though he was all but set to join Arsenal. That hasn't materialised. Arsenal fans have been dying to bring him through the door this summer and still are. We are going to rattle some feathers with this transfer on the other side of North London.
Let's just say I've got a few images ready to go. I know I was going to put one out. Sorry, my cat's just trying to photobomb me there. But yes, I've got them ready. But I'm not going Morgan Gibbs White ready. I'm not pulling the trigger too soon. But
he's holding the shirt, mate. Wait till he's holding the shirt.
Exactly. Not even the "here we go" will be suffice right now. But yeah, it will rattle Arsenal fans, which is a passion of all of ours. And it's just finally, Joe, it was this guy I thought was going to turn into the next Damian. And we'll be here for another 3 or 4 years trying to get him. Looks like we have got him. And he just adds, we've got Kudus. Just if someone has said to you at the beginning of the season, Kudus, Solanke or Rich, whoever it may be, and obviously talk for a striker, whatever. But Eze, all right, just take the striker out, Eze and Kudus. You'd have been like, oh, we've wanted those players and players to get you off the edge of your seat. Well, that will be two of them delivered, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, me and you and Sim and everyone have had so many conversations over the past month or month and a half saying that forward line just looks like a bang average mid-table forward line with potential there, but no one right here, right now, ready to play Champions League football and actually do the business in Champions League football. Now you're looking at it, we were saying basically Kudus is the only one. Now looking at it with Savinho on the left, who has got a year, maybe even 2 of Champions League football behind him. You've got Eze through the middle, who's obviously, I mean, he hasn't played Champions League football. For me, definitely Champions League ready. And on the right-hand side, Mohamed Kudus. So that is literally a regeneration of our forward line. And it takes it up levels and levels and levels. And I think once we bring in these 2 players, I think we will be more or less ready for the season in terms of personnel. And if you add someone like an Hincapi over that, then that even confirms it even more in my mind.
I would. I mean, listen, if these 2 come in, I mean, even when I said that front line, I'd even mentioned Savinho. That is a complete rejuvenation and a rebirth and a completely different dynamic of attacking football, isn't it? That has got like pace, flair, energy from, you got set pieces with Eze as well. It's got everything. And like I said, I think the biggest benefit of this is going to be Dominic Solanke.
Yeah.
Because it'll be, I think it's going to be obviously more central under Frank. I think he's going to be bang amongst the goals this season if we keep him fit. But how could a striker foul with a Kudus, Eze, Savinho supplying him with a Pedro Porro as well? It's mouthwatering, isn't it?
Yeah, and not only that, but you're looking at last season, we didn't have any dribblers in the squad. We literally had no one,
Yep.
no elite dribblers in the squad. Now we're going to have three. Eze is an unbelievable dribbler, one-on-one
Yep.
dribbler. He can just take it past anyone. Kudus is exactly the same. And Savinho is the same on the other side. So we've got three players that, how's anyone going to get the ball off us?
I was going to say, you remember that game, FIFA Street?
Yeah.
That pitch behind us in the background is going to become a FIFA Street. They just have to get a cage around it, and then we'll just absolutely wallop them because it is going to be the Harlem Globetrotters.
But look, sensational. Let's hope that, look, we've been here before with Morgan Gibbs White. We got the here we go. It didn't happen. So I'm trying to not get too excited, but it really is hard to not get too excited. Eberechi Eze, Savinho, looking like both deals are going to happen. Both players are pushing to move to Tottenham Hotspur, and I'll say it. It looks imminent. It
does. And let's just say, I want to say one thing at the end: the Thomas Frank Hall is alive and well, and it's alive and kicking.
Unmatched, mate. Absolutely
there we
unmatched. Go. But that is it. I need to get myself over to the studio now. Watch along starts at 2:45, people. Spurs' big kickoff in the Premier League. Let's hope for 3 points. Brian's got to make his way over to the Scotland Yard as well. Go and subscribe to Tottenham on Tour. Hit subscribe on We Are Tottenham TV as well. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.